Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. After this lovely comment I got, which honestly, I swear, it got me laughing like 5 minutes in a row. I remembered, and that's something you have to do. You have to remind me of my promises, because especially the things I said 1, 2 years ago, I don't remember them. So you have to remind me of them. But I remembered that I had promised to you guys the reactions to her videography, haven't I? So that's what I'm here to do. It's going to be a series of videos, just like we did the discography. I am going to go I'm going to go through every album of hers and watch the videos that each album had. Luckily, someone made a playlist called Kylie Minogue music videos, and we have all 85 of them. It's going to last a while, and I also see songs here that I didn't hear. For instance, like the video 62, 63 is Crystallized and Sleepwalker. I don't remember listening to these tracks, so consider this sort of like a videography / missed tracks video, because some of these have indeed been missed. But today we've got videos 1 through 7, which is the Locomotion, I Should Be So Lucky, Got to Be Certain, Je ne sais pas pourquoi, Especially For You, which we did react to in the channel in the missed tracks reaction, It's No Secret, and Made in Heaven. So these are all the videos from the Kylie era, as well as Especially For You, which I am not sure when it did come out. Either this or Enjoy Yourself. But let's do it here now, shall we? So let us go. So the first video I have here is the Locomotion, which was also her first track, and one we heard in the channel, but one I already knew before. I will say this. The Locomotion in Kylie album is cute, is 80s, is a classic, is a banger inside her discography. However, the definitive version of the Locomotion isn't in Kylie, it is in the Abbey Road sessions. That's where the true gem is. This was the last song I heard. I was listening to it last night before I turned my cell phone off, because I listen to it constantly. It's so good, and it retains that classic like 60s-ish feeling to it, which to me fits this track better than the bubblegum pop production they had in the late 80s. I understand why it was done this way in the 80s. It fits more inside the sonic concept of the album of Kylie. However, I do prefer the 2012 Abbey Road Sessions version. Honestly, it's one of my favorite tracks in her entire discography. But anyways, let's go for the video.
Everybody's doing a dance now. Come on, baby.
She was so young. She was a baby, my god. Oh my god, the pool cover key. Oh, the visual effects are so bad. Oh, that's lovely. This emulates early 80s Madonna so much, pre-True Blue. The hair, especially the hair, the way it's tied up and it has this sort of scarf on it. This was so characteristic of Madonna's during, I don't know, Borderline, like a Virgin, that era, especially even more so pre Like a Virgin, because during Like a Virgin she changed her image a bit. You still had these elements and like dress you up, but Like a Virgin, Material Girl, that wasn't as present. But especially Borderline, this reminds me a lot. And even like the entire concept of the video, dancing in a room, it's interesting. Very, very interesting. Then again, I'm not saying that she, you know, is purposefully emulating Madonna, because I know that this was a style from the 80s. I know it's not that Madonna influenced a certain artist to dress a certain way, but more so that Madonna influenced fashion in the era, and people were influenced by the fashion that was influenced by Madonna. It's more like a cascade effect really than a direct connection. I think it's more to do with this, but it could be, since it was her first album, they were trying to push an image, create an image for her, that they tried to emulate the image of a very popular artist at the time. It wouldn't be the first time this happened in history, and it wouldn't be, and it, you know, it wasn't, I'm sure. But that's lovely. That's lovely. I really like her style, because it reminds me, there's an Australian show. I'm gonna pull my one bit. No, I have 2 bits, but I'm gonna pull my one of my 2 bits of Australian knowledge, which is A Place to Call Home. One of my favorite TV shows of all time is Australian. Actually, they both are both. Place to Call Home and Place Like Me, but especially Place to Call Home, I binged watched the entire show with my mom. It was really good. They were outfits very similar to this one at this time, and I noticed a lot based on the covers of the singles while I was doing my Miss Tracks reaction, and then later on when I went to Wikipedia to see, you know, I like going to Wikipedia and seeing how singles performed, and I noticed by the cover of the singles that she wore a lot of clothes this style, and this is clearly, you know, reminiscent of the 60s. So I wish because apparently when they created her image in that era, they attempted a mashup of 60s influences and 80s, you know, to kind of create like sort of like a future nostalgia of the 80s, if that makes any sense. I wish they had pulled more the 60 things, because that was more unique than the other part, than the Madonna, Madonna inspired fashion of the 80s, because that was what everybody was doing. This is quite unique, and yeah, I think it's lovely. That's what I was trying to say. Okay. It was a kill. There's still some time. Is something gonna happen, or no? All right. It was a cute little video. I wasn't expecting anything big budget, not for the first album, and especially not for the first single. It was mostly, you know, the type of video that would be done just so they could play it on MTV and get extra coins for that. It doesn't fit any purpose. It does, I would assume, introduce her image, because as I said, this reminds me a lot of the cover singles, of the album covers, and, you know, how I picture Kylie during the late 80s, during the very beginning of her career. So I would say that yes, this suits both purposes of introducing her image and introducing the singer to the broader audience, to the world of MTV, of videos, of VH1. I don't know what exactly they had in the UK and in Australia back then, but down here in Brazil we had MTV, and I know in the United States they had MTV. So yeah, I think this fits these two purposes. But as far as introducing, Kylie as something other than the singer of Locomotion, I don't think this goes that far. Then again, I'm not expecting to see anything like it until Rhythm of Love, because I remember by your comments, Better the Devil You Know was a huge rework of her image. So until then, I'm not expecting anything grand, I'm not expecting... Wow, I'm not expecting to be shocked. I'm expecting the videos to follow a similar pattern. Maybe we will have some storyline, a video that's, a bit more... Do you understand what I mean when I do this? A bit more substance to it. Not just dancing around. I am expecting that, okay? Because the tracks, and if you remember my reaction to Kylie, they all had a very clear storyline through them. So I'm expecting the videos to somehow reflect that. So, yeah, let's go for the second one, shall we? I should be so lucky. Let's see. So here we have more of those 60s influences than we have that of the 80s. We have strapless tops. She was wearing puffy sleeves, and here she has belt in, a high waist skirt, which is, Diorish. So yeah, I think I was up to something when I point that out in the previous video. You can see she's an actress. She has very expressive, is that the best way to describe it? But yeah, very expressive facial expressions, She's much more of an actress than, other artists that attempted to do acting in videos. You can truly see she is an actress, because she was back then. She was in Neighbours, wasn't it? Which is a soap opera, if I remember correctly, based on what you guys said. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, once again, it's more about introducing the image, or actually deepening the image into a certain direction, and introducing the song, having it play in channels that post videos, helped promote the song really, than it is about giving us something else. I will say though, this definitely gave us a new, if you can call it new, as far as Kylie Minogue the artist goes, it gave us a new face of Kylie, acting in music videos. As far as, Kylie the person goes, it's not really new because she was already an actress, so, what were you expecting? I will say this had sort of a storyline. She was, lingering in the house, doing crazy things, just trying to get her mind busy off this guy that she should be so lucky to love. She got the portrait, she looked at it, and she was, she sighed and looked up. And as I said, she's very expressive with her facial expressions, and I think that's cute. So, yeah. Next one is Je ne sais pas pourquoi. No, it's got to be certain. Let's go. I feel like I know that city. Do let me know what it is. I think I know it. Yeah, I think they weren't ready to give her the investment she needed in order to fully go all off as she could, and I would say should, because again, this album has a very, very interesting storyline. I went through it in detail, but it's really something for the first album to have. It was the first album in this channel to have all tracks added to my library, so I liked every single track in this album. It was a landmark in this channel, and it was a landmark for me personally, and a landmark for her, for for music. It was the first album of Kylie Minogue, for Christ's sake. So, yeah, it is the first album. But the days were different, and yeah, I think they just weren't ready to fully invest in her, and it's a shame, but it's understandable, and I won't be mad as much as I will just be upset that things were the way they were back then. But yeah, next track is Je ne sais pas pourquoi.
Excusez-moi.
Yes?
Quelle heure est-il, s'il vous plaît?
It is 6:30.
Thank you. I thought my watch was wrong. I'm meeting someone.
And your someone is late.
Are you sure you are in the correct place? so easy to be confused here.
It's probably my fault. Wrong day, wrong date.
If a man is involved, do not be so sure. Well, good luck.
Merci.
Okay, I just said it, and we have storyline. Okay.
Rain falling down. Another minute passes by. I'll wait for you, but this time I won't cry. Where are you now? Are you with another love? It's not the first time you stood me up and let me down. I'm wondering why I still love you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi I still want you. Je ne sais pas pourquoi.
Oh my god, I just know. Okay, lovely frame, by the way. I just know they had to paint the poor man black and white because they could not afford the visual effects for it. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Lights about town.
Okay, so they increased the budget for this one. Oh, look at that. See here? See? If you compare it to the first one, it looks flawless. Goodness.
All through the night, I wanted you to come around. I wait too long. I know you're gonna let me.
Okay, so most appreciated, I think it is my favorite. I think no, it is definitely my favorite of the 4 we've reacted to so far. This one definitely has substance because we have a storyline here. She was out meeting a guy, the guy didn't show up, then she's like, okay, this again, it's raining. The video talks to the song. The video makes sense with the song. It's raining. The video was raining. I don't know, I love you. I'm singing French and she's in France and she's, wondering and remembering when she used to dance with this guy, but the memories are black and white because it's not something lively. It's not something happy. It's something, even the song in itself, the production, it isn't that same upbeat one. It's more, I wouldn't say a ballad, it's far from being a ballad, but it isn't an upbeat pop track in the sense of I Got to Be Certain or Should Be So Lucky or Locomotion or other tracks in the album. It's much more, mellow, really. It's much more mellow than the other tracks in the album. And the video reflects that. And, it reflects that, it talks to the song, it gives us something else. It's not just her walking around the city. No, she's walking around the city, reminiscing of her past. Her past is there via memories. The memories are black and white because they're not lively, they're not colorful. The tracks, she speaks in French, so she's in France. You have that. It's more than just introducing the image. It's really introducing the song, okay? This is my song. This is what I'm going to do with it. This is the video. See how it talks to the song? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Perfect. Loved it. Best one so far. Next one is especially for you? Yes. Ooh, I wonder.
Especially for you.
such a rom-com. My god, they keep running off on each other. Oh gosh, this is good. This is good. This is... You see how I'm smiling all throughout the video? Because this is good.
You were in my heart, my love never changed.
No more dreaming about tomorrow. Forget the loneliness and the sorrow.
I've gotta say it's all because I'm better together. I wanna show you my heart is so.
Okay, they have chemistry. They have... You know... Nah, I think this is my favorite video. You know, they had budget. That's what I mean. They had budget. Of course, it's two artists, so you have two different investments. You know, people who invest in Donovan's career, people who invest in Kylie's career. You know, that, of course, that would mean a bigger budget. But also, they deserve that, to be fair. Not that Kylie doesn't. She definitely 100% does. But they both together deserve it so much. They have chemistry. The video was good. It was such a rom-com style. You know, they kept running off on each other until then, in the end, they met. And they nearly kissed. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I think this truly was my favorite. Next one, is it the final one? It's No Secret. No, we still have Made in Heaven, but yeah, it's No Secret.
Let me 20, will you?
Not again.
I'm short this way. Please.
That's all I've got for this week.
I love you. Trust me.
You sure?
Hey, darling, how about some attention down this end? What are you doing tonight, sweetheart?
Nothing with you.
You'll be sorry. Can't you see what he's up to?
It's no secret, it's no secret. It's no secret, it's no secret. Oh no, words are the last to know. Our love was a lie. It's no secret, it's no secret, it's no secret. How you hurt me inside. It's no secret because you told everybody. All of my life I was looking for someone just like you. You shared my dreams, tore me apart. What can I do? You were cheating on me, but I was the last to know.
This place is so gorgeous. Was this recorded in Australia? I feel like it was recorded in Australia. I so have to go to Australia. It's always been a dream of mine. But lately it has become an even bigger one. I have to go there. This is so pretty.
Was a lie. It's no secret, it's no secret, it's no secret. How you hurt me inside.
I just know it was scorchingly hot when they recorded this video. Do you see the heat waves? My goodness, Jesus, why would they put her through it?
And it's no secret, it's no secret, it's no secret. How you hurt me inside. And it's no secret.
Okay, this is sort of a mixed mixture of the two types of videos we had earlier, because this does have a storyline, which is portrayed in the video and is portrayed in the song. But the video doesn't go any further than this. I would assume the moment she went to that big house with the pool, I thought she was going to, you know, that guy who was wearing a suit and tie, house, you know, in the bar, that he took her hand and was like, and said, you know, that, oh, what you're gonna do, what you're doing tonight. I thought she was going to his place, but she just turned around, looked at the camera, and thought, nah, and, you know, went back. So maybe that's her, like, giving up on love because love's hurt her so much, which was something I did point out in my reaction to Kylie video. But then we do have got to be certain, because, you know, I've had my share of hearts broken and I don't want to take them anymore. That's not the part I wanted to quote. It's the... I still come back for more. Was such a fool I could not. Yeah, but no, the part I really want to quote is I still come back for more, because she's still a believer. She still believes in love, even though all the bad shit had happened. So, yeah, this video was a little funny. It was beautiful, you know, cinematically speaking, you know, the cinematography was gorgeous. But that's more on the place she recorded the video than how they recorded the video. But anyway, yeah, next one, last one, Made in Heaven. I don't remember. I remember listening to this track, and I remember it was in my missed tracks, and I remember it was a B-side or an A-side to Je ne sais pas pourquoi. But other than that, I don't remember much. Oh yeah.
So many questions needing answers. How will it be with me when it hits me? Can it happen in a second? It's made in heaven. But one kiss and I'll know if it's really meant to be. I won't let go.
Is made in heaven. So this video has no point other than to promote the song, but it wasn't a single as far as I can tell. And, you know, to really showcase her range of facial expressions, because, you know, and to show the whole world how gorgeous she is. Well, we all knew that. So, yeah, I think it's, I don't get me wrong, please. I value the effort of making a video for a promotional single a lot, especially back in the day when everything was about sales. But let's just end it at that, shall we? The next one is Hand on Your Heart. So that's for the next video, which is coming next week. I'm gonna use while I'm on holiday to record a lot for you guys. So yeah, that was it for today's video. It was a really short one. It was just to record the reactions to the videos of the Kylie era. And yeah, some general considerations. As I said, some of the videos were really good. They really did what I wanted to see. And others were just, you know, about introducing her image, introducing her songs, having something to be played in the channels they use to broadcast music videos. And MTV, VH1, and all the other ones. I don't even know if VH1 was from that era. I think VH1 was from the late 90s, wasn't it? Anyways, you know, to do that thing, which I'm sure was still a reality in Europe and Oceania as much as it was in the Americas. So, yeah, I'll rank the videos based on the one I like the most to the one I like the least. And I am sure you'll have a pretty, you know, good idea of my ranking. But anyways, it's this or this or this. I don't know yet where I'm gonna put it, but it's here somewhere. And yeah, that was it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any other requests, please tell me. I'll be more than thrilled to react to them, as I always am. I do hope to see you in my next video.